sight, a precious gift we can't take for granted. Our eyes are windows to the wonders of the world. All we know and love, experience and discover, ponder and cherish. Let's peer into the workings of the eye, a unique and self-sustaining system. The reflected light of the world enters through the crystal transparency of the cornea, aqueous humor, lens, and vitreous humor to project onto the photoreceptors of the retina, whose impulses converge on the optic nerve, and then to the brain to be transfigured into imagery and imbued with meaning. Continual adjustments to the pupil and lens regulate the entry and focusing of light. In today's world, the eye's surface is constantly challenged to protect itself and adjust to changing conditions. Every blink helps our eye's natural defense system, the tear film, retain moisture and maintain visual acuity. Tears contain potent natural disinfectants to keep bacteria at bay. And the tear system washes away impurities to maintain eye health. The miraculous biology of our eyes inspires us to develop ways we can protect and maintain comfort for these remarkable structures. For all the wonders our eyes provide throughout our lives, we owe them our attention and ongoing care.
You may have heard the saying that the eye is a window to the soul. Well, as ophthalmologists, we believe that the eye is a window to the body. It's a window to what we call systemic disorders, like diabetes or high blood pressure. And we can see signs of these when we look at the eye. When you study heart disease, for example, you listen to the heart, but with the eye, you actually look at it with a microscope. You can actually see brain tissue, which is the retina, and you can see blood vessels. And if you look carefully, you can actually even see red blood cells as they zip through the capillaries. Over 1/3 of all known genetic syndromes involve the eye. We can see signs of nutritional deficits, nerve damage in the back of the eye, in vitamin B complex deficiencies. Stress is another big one, and it can cause the cells behind the eye to start leaking fluid. It's like having a blister in the retina. And you can see it here, this yellowed area. Here we're looking at the normal retina through our slit lamp biomicroscope. You can see the orangish color of the retina. You can see the blood vessels that course over the retina. You can also see the nerve that connects the back of the eye to the brain. This patient has a really interesting finding in the iris. We call these posterior synechia. These little brown spots are adhesions between the iris and the lens. They're signs of inflammation, which can often indicate inflammation that's occurring or occurred in the body itself. In this patient, we have a little microscopic spot of blood on the white part of the eye. This little spot of blood is indicative of one of several different things. 6 out of 10 times it's caused by high blood pressure. This patient is a diabetic, and he has these small blood vessel changes in his retina. And so when we find this, we know that this patient needs to take extra care to control his or her health. So these indicators can often be seen in the eye before they can be seen anywhere else. Really, the eye is such an important window to our bodies and our health.
Tired of daytime contact lenses and glasses taking you out of the game? When LASIK isn't an option for you, Paragon CRT lenses will keep you in the game. FDA-approved Paragon CRT therapeutic lenses gently reshape the cornea while you sleep, providing clear, natural vision for your waking hours. Not only is CRT great for all ages, it's non-surgical, safe, convenient, and reversible. Paragon CRT lenses. Wear them while you sleep, and in the morning, well, you'll see.
My dear, my darling, let me win your favor, let me capture your fancy, kneeling down, wanna recite today, let me tell you my story, want to listen to your song, when I see you again, tell you my dear, carry on, I don't mind, let me make you enchanted. Exchange glances, making passes. Let advances take me on. Tell me your story. Sing me a song when I see you again. Whisper, my dear, carry on. I don't mind.
The retina is a thin layer of cells lining the back of the eye. It covers 65% of the inner surface. Here's how it works. The retina converts light into impulses, then sends them to the optic nerve, which in turn carries them to the brain. During your eye exam, the OptoMap retinal exam will allow your doctor to have a wide view of the retina, up to 80% at one time. This will allow your doctor to be able to spot signs of disease that might have otherwise been missed. Traditional methods allow only a narrow field view of your retina, similar to shining a flashlight into a dark room. These methods are effective for up-close examination in 3D. Used together, however, the OptoMap and these methods result in an extremely thorough and permanently recordable examination of your retina. OptoMap captures scans of the retina's structure and transforms them into high-resolution, full-color images displayed on a computer screen in your exam room. Reviewed interactively with you, these images improve your doctor's ability to diagnose diseases in the back of the eye. These diseases may include macular degeneration, glaucoma, and diabetic retinopathy. All of these can lead to blindness if left untreated. OptoMap images may also reveal signs of hypertension or cancer within the eye. Of course, in most cases, you'll be reassured to learn that your eyes are just fine. The procedure is painless and it only takes 1 minute. The OptoMap retinal exam provides valuable information to help you and your doctor protect your eyesight for a lifetime. Your doctor strongly recommends that you have an OptoMap today as part of your annual eye exam.
Such a mental game. If you can try to close your eyes and imagine yourself doing something, it's actually really hard to have that picture of yourself following through it.
99% isn't good enough. Obsessing over the little things, that's what's going to make a difference.
I don't go out there to prove anything to anyone. You want to, go after that feeling again and again.
Quando eu tô surfando, eu tenho essa sensação de poder fazer o que eu quiser ali na água.
If I'm training stronger, good things will happen.
Till we go down.
When you battle something and you finally get it, that's the thing you get addicted to.
I'm always determined to be one step ahead.
Every day throughout his life, this man will be exposed to various light sources. At 80 years old, he'll have spent 20 years in daylight and 30 in artificial light. Light is essential to his well-being. It enables him to see, read, appreciate colors, and to successfully carry out all of his activities. It also helps to regulate his biological clock. Some light sources, like sun rays and new artificial lighting, are harmful. Short-term, they can cause discomfort. Long-term, their cumulative effect may constitute a true danger for his vision and eyes. In fact, certain wavelengths can trigger eye diseases like cataracts or AMD, age-related macular degeneration. Every day, UV rays attack the cornea and crystalline lens. Over time, their cumulative effect contributes to the crystalline lens getting cloudy, potentially leading to cataracts. Visible light penetrates deeper into the eye. Long-term, part of the visible light can severely damage the retina. It is blue-violet light. Thanks to a long-term research program on eye protection, Essilor and the Vision Institute in Paris identified these specific wavelengths involved in the gradual degeneration of retinal cells. It is one of the risk factors for AMD. Thanks to this discovery, Essilor has been able to develop the first no-glare lens that protects the eyes from harmful blue-violet light. This protection is all the more necessary today because we're more and more exposed. Today, Crizal Preventia is the first clear lens on the market that selectively deflects harmful light, providing improved protection. Thanks to LightScan, Crizal Preventia lenses selectively filter out harmful blue-violet light and also block UV rays. Crizal Preventia No Glare lenses. Revolutionary protection for your eyes.
The primary components of tears, mucin, aqueous, and lipid combine to create a complex viscoelastic structure. This complex structure is responsible for a multitude of important functions. Lipids prevent evaporation, lubricate, and stabilize the tears. The meibomian glands produce the lipid layer of the tear film in the eye. The lipid layer protects the eye's natural moisture, or aqueous, and allows the eyelid to glide safely over the eye. Cells on the inner wall of the meibomian gland acini produce oil. In a normal eye, when you blink, the lids touch and pressure is applied to meibomian glands, causing them to express small amounts of this oil. The upper lid then pulls the oil upward over the eye as the lid opens. When the gland becomes blocked, there is not enough oil to coat the tear film, and the aqueous evaporates rapidly. Without adequate lubrication between them, the eyelids and cornea can abrade each other, causing inflammation and cell damage to the lid wiper and cornea. Simply removing meibomian gland blockage isn't enough. The acini may not start producing oil again until the accumulation of dead cells within them are flushed. Excessive evaporation of the tear film due to a poor lipid layer from MGD can lead to increasing discomfort, poor vision, inflamed lid margin, and damage to the ocular surface. When MGD is not treated, blockage of the glands results in downregulation of oil production, eventually causing the glands to atrophy, lose function, and drop out. Completely atrophied meibomian glands lead to chronic discomfort and potentially sight-threatening damage to the ocular surface. The LipiFlow system uses heat and a 12-minute pressure profile to remove blockages in the meibomian glands. By heating the glands from the inside, blockages are liquefied. Gentle pressure is applied from outside the lid from the base of the gland to the gland opening, removing blockage and flushing dead cells from the gland. The LipiFlow activator insulates on its inner surface and vaults the cornea to protect it from heat. Therapeutic heat of 42.5 degrees is accurately controlled and directed outward, away from the cornea to the lids. The device never lets the cornea exceed a safe 39.5 degrees, unlike chemical heat packs that have been shown to overheat. Also, unlike manual lid massage, LipiFlow safely applies pressure to the lids, not to the cornea or the globe.
Okay, so maybe you just went to your optometrist and she or he's told you that you've got presbyopia. Presbyopia sounds like an odd word, but actually it happens to everyone. It just means that you've lost the ability to focus on things that are close up. And usually sometime between the age of 40 and 50, you're going to start to notice it. There's a number of ways your optician and optometrist can fix this problem. The first one is simple bifocals. So what is a bifocal? Well, as the word bi kind of indicates, you have two methods of correction here. You've got for up close this little segment that looks like a D that fell over on its belly. And then for far away, you've got the rest of the top of the lens. So if you're used to wearing glasses anyway, this part is like the lenses you've worn all your life. And then this little segment down here allows you to see things up close. Now, as you continue to get older, you're going to find that it's harder and harder to see things that are not only right up close, but also at arm's length, like your computer. That's where trifocals come in. So for a trifocal, again, you've got that top there that helps you see things that are far away, just like the glasses that you may have worn since you were a little kid. Then you've got that little section we talked about with the bifocal down here at the bottom. But you're going to notice that there's a second line. There's a little ribbon right here, and that's called intermediate vision, and allows you to see things like your computer or anything else that's right at arm's length. Now, you're probably thinking, I wish I could go without the lines. Fortunately, there's something called a progressive addition lens, or just a progressive, or some people call them no-line bifocals. That's kind of a misnomer because actually a progressive lens allows you to see everything far away, everything that's close up, and every single distance in between. And you're going to notice that there's no lines on these lenses. That's why they're called no-line bifocals or progressives. They allow you to see all of these zones without any segmented lines, which means things won't jump around and people won't notice that you're wearing glasses for presbyopia. So that's the different ways to correct presbyopia.
You don't compromise, and you're never willing to settle. So why are you wearing glasses with just any progressive lenses? See the difference with Verilux, the only progressive lens brand with lenses designed using wave technology. Enjoy smooth transitions and sharp vision at any distance. See your eye care professional about Verilux, the #1 progressive lens brand. Ask for Verilux. Never compromise your vision.
Get $90 back combining Crizal, Verilux, and Transitions and a second pair with Xperio UV.
The blue-violet deflection of Crizal Preventia no-glare lenses provides visible proof of their effectiveness against harmful blue-violet light. The intensity of the blue-violet deflection varies based on the intensity of the light source, as well as the amount of blue light being emitted. Crizal Preventia no-glare lenses, revolutionary protection for your eyes.
My lenses have a sunset mode, and an early morning mode, and a partly sunny mode, and an outside to clear inside mode.
Transition's signature adaptive lenses now have Chromium 7 technology, making them more responsive than ever to changing light. So life can look more vivid and vibrant. Why settle for a lens with just one mode? Experience life well lit. Speak with your eye care professional to upgrade your lenses to Transition's signature.
Itchy, scratchy, desert dry, teary, trashy, crusty sty. Sticky, burning, makes you cry. You rub and rub and rub your eye.
Blepharitis, the most common eye disease in the world, and until recently, the most undertreated eye disease in the world. Blepharitis is the precursor of most lid diseases such as dry eye disease, contact lens intolerance, and meibomian gland dysfunction, also known as MGD. Now let's go back and look at those eyelids again. Blepharitis is an overgrowth of otherwise normal bacteria living along the margins of the eyelids and lashes. This is the only place on the body that never gets washed your entire life. So over time, these bacteria build up and form a biofilm, like the plaque that forms on your teeth. This toxic environment makes for a perfect food source for a nasty little mite called Demodex. He makes the irritation and inflammation of the eyelids even worse. These biofilm bacteria begin to produce substances called exotoxins. These exotoxins cause the tear glands within the eyelid margin to become inflamed, which degrades the quantity and quality of the tear. Our tears contain our natural antibodies, so fewer tears results in even more bacteria in the biofilm, and a vicious cycle is established, leading to malfunction of the meibomian and aqueous tear glands, the glands most responsible for good tear production. Symptoms of blepharitis range from mild to severe and include foreign body sensation, irritated watery eyes, itching, crusting, eyes stuck together in the morning, grittiness, and the need to constantly rub the eyes. As the vicious cycle continues, the disease slowly progresses, eventually leading to dry eye syndrome. Historically, the only treatment for blepharitis has been scrubbing your eyelids at home with baby shampoo or other product. This treatment has never proved very effective, nor has it been accepted well by patients because home scrubbing cannot remove the biofilm. Prescription eye drops are equally ineffective since they also do not remove the biofilm, and they can be very expensive, which leaves only one temporary solution available: lots of artificial tears. This is not a good solution to the problem. Now, eye doctors have a way to break the vicious cycle of blepharitis and bring relief to millions of patients who suffer daily from this disease. Introducing BlephX, a revolution in the treatment of blepharitis and dry eye. The biofilm full of exotoxins that has been building up for years is now safely and effectively eliminated, removing the source of inflammation as well as the food source for Demodex. The procedure takes just a few minutes and is well tolerated. Most patients report an improvement in symptoms almost immediately, and many begin to make more of their own tears again. BlephX needs to be repeated at regular intervals to keep the disease from returning, much like going to the dentist and getting your teeth cleaned. By keeping your eyelids in optimal health, you should be able to keep free of blepharitis and keep your tear glands healthy and active for the rest of your life. BlephX is not covered by insurance, but you will find the procedure to be very affordable, especially when compared to the hundreds of dollars spent every year on ineffective prescription drugs and artificial tears. Be sure to ask your eye doctor if you might be suffering from blepharitis, and if BlephX might be right for you. Relief is finally here, so give your eyes a rest with BlephX.
So a lot of people have heard about Crizal, but they don't necessarily know how no glare works or what it does or how it benefits them. So we're here today to talk about the 5 enemies of clear vision and how Crizal can help defeat those and help you see better. The first one of those is glare. What's glare? If you're looking at these glasses, you're going to notice that one of these lenses reflects a lot more light than the other lens. And when the lens reflects light, it does 2 negative things. First of all, it makes you not look so good. So if you can see there, that lens looks a lot more attractive than that lens with all the reflections. But the other thing it does is it actually helps you see better when you're not reflecting light away from your eyes. So this lens is letting more light get through to your eyes, and that's light that you can use to see things. This lens is reflecting some of that light away, which makes you look bad and makes your eyes see worse. So another enemy of clear vision is smudging. Most people that wear glasses are pretty familiar with smudging. It happens whenever you get oil or anything else on the lens. And the problem with a smudge is that your eye focuses on it and it actually detracts your ability to see through the lens. Crizal lenses resist smudging, so they basically repel all of the oil, water, and anything else that can get on the lens so that it doesn't stick to it. So another enemy of clear vision is actually water. So how does water hurt your vision? Well, when it gets on your lens, it sits there and obviously makes it harder to see. Crizal lenses are water repellent, so you're going to notice that that water beads up and basically just falls right off the lens. And that means it's not in front of your vision and the water won't disturb your vision. Another enemy of clear vision is dust. So where are you going to get dust? Well, when you clean your lenses with a tissue paper, which we tell you not to do, you're going to have all those little paper fibers and other things in the air. And if you have a regular lens, you're going to notice that the static electricity that you build up is going to cause that to stick right to the lens. On a Crizal lens, it repels dust because it doesn't build up the static electricity, and you'll see that there's no dust at all. When there's no dust, your eye doesn't focus on the lens itself, it just focuses on what you're trying to see, and you get better vision. Another enemy of clear vision is scratching. Now, scratching is something that eyeglass wearers, unfortunately, are very familiar with. How do you get scratches? Well, scratches usually come from when you're cleaning the lens. Now, most of you probably don't clean your lenses with steel wool, but having been an optician for a long time, I can tell you that a lot of the things you use to clean your lenses are like steel wool. So what you're going to see is that the lens that doesn't have crizal scratches. The lens that does have crizal resists scratches and allows you to see better. So I hope we've been able to show you the benefits of crizal lenses. For more information, ask your eye doctor or go to crizal.com.
ClearDex, the essential, all-natural, and effective way to clean lashes, eyelids, and the face. If you're one of the millions of people who suffer from dry, irritated eyes and red, itchy skin, you've probably tried many products to relieve your irritation. Eye drops can help alleviate some of the symptoms of irritated and tired eyes, but for many people, the problem is on the eyelid and the skin around the eye itself, more specifically, near the lash line. And that requires a unique and natural solution that not only offers relief, but also promotes healthy eyes. Introducing ClearDex, the essential, all-natural, and effective way to clean lashes, eyelids, and the face, derived from key components of tea tree oil, specifically designed for promoting overall eye and skin health. Studies show that a commitment to regular eyelash and eyelid skin cleansing can be a great preventive measure, and it's especially important for patients with eye conditions such as dry eye, blepharitis, ocular rosacea, conjunctivitis, and other eye disorders. It was these challenges that motivated Biotherapeutics to develop ClearDex, the first all-natural solution that effectively cleans lashes, eyelids, and the face without any harmful chemicals or preservatives. Through years of dedicated research, the team at Biotherapeutics was able to discover and isolate the most promising constituents found in Melaleuca alternifolia, a type of tea tree oil, which is naturally antiseptic, antifungal, and antibacterial, yet safe enough for daily use. Even if you rarely experience irritated eyes, it's still very important to keep your eyes healthy and protected. ClearDex was designed to promote overall eye health, and because of its natural cleansing properties, it's safe and beneficial for everyone who wants to have clear, refreshed, and healthy eyes. ClearDex comes in a handy towelette form, which makes it convenient and easy to apply the product to your eyelid and surrounding area. Make sure you read and follow the directions before using ClearDex. If you experience any irritation, discontinue using ClearDex and check with your doctor before continuing use of the product. You can now soothe and cleanse irritated, uncomfortable, dry, itchy eyes with the natural benefits of ClearDex. ClearDex, the essential, all-natural, and effective way to clean lashes, eyelids, and the face.
can change your style to express your unique personality. So why can't you do the same with your eye color? We at Alcon believe you can. Introducing new Air Optics Colors prescription contact lenses. Its unique 3-in-1 color technology blends with your own eye color for a naturally beautiful look with comfort all month long. Virtually try on your perfect color and get a free trial offer at airopticscolors.com.
Hydro Eye is a patented oral formulation that works from the inside out to provide relief for dry eyes. Hydro Eye, taken twice daily, begins to work internally to target the root causes of dry eye. Here's how it works. The tear film is made up of 3 layers that help to protect and lubricate the eyes. The inner mucin layer that comes from goblet cells of the conjunctiva and keeps the tear spread evenly over the eye surface. The middle or fluid layer that comes from the lacrimal or tear gland, and the outer lipid layer that comes from the oil-producing meibomian glands and prevents tear fluid from evaporating. When any of these layers is inadequate or lacks the right chemical composition, dry, irritated eyes can result. Inflammation is also a major factor in dry eyes. Hydro Eye's proprietary blend of key nutrients work together to dampen inflammation and support all 3 layers of the tear film. Within 30 to 60 days, Hydro Eye helps to relieve eye dryness and discomfort for most users.
Are your eyes bothering you? Not just the occasional dryness or redness, but regular discomfort and irritation that can get in the way of living your normal life? You may have meibomian gland dysfunction or evaporative dry eye. Think about the treatments you've tried in the past to get some relief. And think about the compromises you have to make every day and the lifestyle issues you face. Maybe you can't wear contact lenses or have to limit your computer time. Even just reading a book or enjoying a breezy spring day may be out of the question. Does any of this sound familiar? If so, you should know that eye experts have recently made great strides in understanding evaporative dry eye. And with the introduction of the breakthrough technology in the LipiFlow system, your doctor can now treat a leading cause of dry eye, in most cases making the discomfort, inconvenience, and limitations of evaporative dry eye a thing of the past. Your tears are made up of 3 layers: the mucin layer that adheres to the eye, the aqueous or water layer, and the lipid or oil layer, which lubricates and prevents evaporation. The lipid layer is created by meibomian glands in the eyelid. When you blink, pressure is put on the glands and lipids are released. New technology allows your doctor to view the tear film, seen as a dynamic color pattern on the surface of the eye.
This is really a new step in the direction of assessing the quality of someone's tears.
The LipiView takes detailed images of your tear film during a non-invasive in-office exam.
The LipiView allows us to document over time an evaluation of the tear film.
Until now, much of the focus of dry eye treatment has been on supplementing the tear film with the use of drops and ointments. However, 65% of patients with dry eye symptoms actually suffer from evaporative dry eye, a real disease that could worsen if left untreated. Evaporative dry eye disease is most often caused by meibomian gland dysfunction, a blockage or obstruction in the meibomian glands, which can lead to a lipid deficiency in the tears. This blockage causes symptoms such as watering, gritty feeling in eyes, and itching. If left untreated, blocked glands can stop functioning altogether. With the breakthrough LipiFlow system, your doctor now has a new way to treat the cause of meibomian gland dysfunction, or evaporative dry eye. Examination of the meibomian gland openings in your eyelid, will help your doctor to determine if you are a good candidate for the LipiFlow treatment. If so, you can take advantage of this technology by receiving treatment right in your doctor's office. In a clinical study, an improvement on average in the gland secretion and dry eye symptoms was observed at both 2 and 4 weeks after a single LipiFlow treatment. Unlike warm compresses, the LipiFlow system applies a combination of heat from the inside of the lid, near the meibomian glands, and gentle pressure on the outside of the lid. This precise combination of heat and pressure is designed to liquefy and remove blockages in the glands, which may improve dry eye symptoms.
LipiFlow is entirely different from any other treatment we've had before for meibomian gland disease because it gives exactly the treatment that's needed right where it's needed.
What we're achieving with the LipiFlow is applying the heat very precisely to that area that needs it the most.
In a clinical study at 4 weeks after treatment, 79% of patients reported improvement in dry eye symptoms.
My eyes were an increasing problem for me that was handicapping me to just actually enjoy life because my whole head was involved in this heavy, aching feeling that I had. There are days I go by, I don't need my eye drops, but there are days when my head feels absolutely normal. It's a matter of reclaiming hours of my life.
I work in insurance sales, and I would have to do client visits in which I would have to present an illustration system to them and teach them how to do it. Walking into someone's office and looking red and irritated and not healthy wasn't the best thing for my career. I also, just driving home from work after being in an office all day and having to come out into the light, it would burn to the point where I couldn't go anywhere without sunglasses. I was tearing constantly. I couldn't wear my contacts. So now I'm back to being active. I can run, I can bike ride. I have a 8-year-old now. I can do all the things that I want to do with him, go to amusement parks and water parks and all that other stuff. I couldn't do a lot of that before. So I'm able to do client visits. I can wear makeup. I can, it's changed my life. It really has.
And we finally have a treatment that can be done as an outpatient in the physician's office, delivered by the physician and their assistants, to give patients a meaningful improvement in their disease.
With the introduction of LipiFlow technology, effective treatment of evaporative dry eye is possible.
This treatment is going to revolutionize the management of these patients. Patients that really are quite desperate from a process that has developed over the past several decades, where we just really have not had effective treatment to offer them until now.
Visit lipiflow.com for more information, or talk to your doctor about your symptoms and ask for a LipiFlow brochure. It could be the first step on your journey toward breakthrough relief.
Macular degeneration is a chronic, progressive eye disease that affects the macula, the portion of the eye where light is focused and vision is sharpest. It is a leading cause of visual impairment and blindness among people over the age of 50 in the U.S. and other Western industrialized societies. The most common symptoms include central vision distortion or blind spots, reduced ability to sense contrast, and reduced color vision. More people will go blind from macular degeneration than cataracts and glaucoma combined. It causes permanent and devastating central vision loss that cannot be corrected or reversed. Even though the disease strikes older individuals, the process begins decades before any signs or symptoms show up. Therefore, early intervention is important to avoid the permanent and cumulative effects of macular degeneration. While there is no specific cause for macular degeneration, many factors can place you at a higher risk. Family history or genetics, low macular pigment density, gender, women more than men, smoking, diet, high cholesterol and cardiovascular disease, obesity, and sun exposure. Receiving a macular pigment density test designed to assess a patient's risk of developing macular degeneration is key to measuring one of the major risk factors, low macular protective pigment density. Macular protective pigment is exclusively made up of 3 carotenoids, lutein, mesozeaxanthin, and zeaxanthin. They form a shield in front of the macula to protect against damaging high-energy blue light and harmful free radicals. A low macular protective pigment indicates a higher risk for developing macular degeneration. MacuHealth with LMZ3, available in North America, and MacuShield with LMZ3, available internationally, are the supplements of choice for building and maintaining this critical protective layer. MacuHealth with LMZ3 is a patented nutritional supplement that contains the 3 pigments found in the macula. Regular intake of MacuHealth with LMZ3 has been shown in numerous studies to increase and restore macular pigment to normal levels, 40% increase in MP over a 6-month period. MacuHealth's unique formula is scientifically designed to support macular health because it contains all 3 of the vital carotenoids found in a healthy macula, lutein, mesozeaxanthin, and zeaxanthin, and is the only available eye supplement with 10 milligrams of mesozeaxanthin, the only carotenoid found exclusively in the macula and located in the very center, protecting the most vulnerable tissue. Mesozeaxanthin is the strongest antioxidant of the 3 carotenoids and is only found in the center portion of the macula where vision is sharpest. Most individuals do not receive enough mesozeaxanthin in their diets to support a healthy macula. Therefore, supplementation may be necessary. MacuHealth has been rigorously tested at leading global eye research institutions and endorsed by many eye care professionals worldwide. The profound clinical study results and laboratory research have proven the effectiveness of LMZ3 to help prevent, remove, and reduce the signs of age-related macular degeneration. The results are clear. MacuHealth with LMZ3 is the best choice and the world's leading carotenoid supplement for the treatment and prevention of age-related macular degeneration. With MacuHealth, there is hope for a bright future for our patients and their families.
Macular degeneration is a progressive disease that can cause loss of central vision. This loss of vision can be gradual and typically affects both eyes, but at different rates. Even with advanced macular degeneration, most people retain their color perception and their peripheral vision usually remains clear. The macula is located at the center of the retina and allows us to see fine detail when looking directly at an object. Macular degeneration is often referred to as age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. About 90% of patients with AMD have the dry form. As yellow deposits called drusen develop under the macula, vision loss begins. Over time, delicate new blood vessels can develop under the retina and start leaking and bleeding. This is called wet AMD and can progress rapidly. If AMD is detected early, vision loss can sometimes be kept to a minimum. The most powerful approach is through genetic testing. If genetic testing is performed when drusen are first seen, it is the best way to identify a patient's risk of their AMD advancing to the point of vision loss. By knowing your risk, you and your doctor can take steps to protect your vision, such as lifestyle changes, nutritional supplements, more regular checkups with your eye care professional, and use of at-home monitoring devices. The Amsler grid can help you recognize when there are subtle changes in the retina. As AMD progresses, you will see new areas of blurry, missing, or distorted and wavy lines. Automated systems are also now available that can report any changes in your AMD status directly to your doctor. There are also a number of treatments available to treat both the wet and dry types of macular degeneration. Treatment options include nutritional supplements, high in antioxidants and zinc, supplements with carotenoids, laser photodynamic therapy, and injection of blood vessel growth inhibitors.
The burning question for millions. Is it dry eye or MGD? Have you ever been told you have dry eye with symptoms like tired, red, burning, scratchy, or watery eyes? Here's a fact. Roughly 90% of all those who have been diagnosed with dry eye have a condition called meibomian gland dysfunction. Most refer to it as MGD, and it's treatable. What is MGD? Let's take a look. Your eyes produce tears from glands called lacrimal glands. This is the watery layer on our eyes. Your eyes also produce essential oils from the meibomian glands located in the eyelids. The oil protects the watery layer in our eyes. If there is a lack of oil, the watery layer evaporates and our eyes are left unprotected. Simply put, your tear production may be healthy, but blocked meibomian glands lead to a lack of oil production, causing the tears to evaporate. If left untreated, these blocked glands can begin to shrink and can eventually deteriorate, making the damage irreparable. This is why addressing MGD sooner rather than later is your best option. Good news! Through groundbreaking innovations in eye care, MGD can be treated with LipiFlow. LipiFlow is a proven, in-office FDA-cleared treatment that unblocks the meibomian glands and restores natural oil production in your eyes. During treatment, you'll feel therapeutic heat and gentle massaging with little to no discomfort. Now millions diagnosed with dry eye can get back to enjoying everyday activities. finally an answer. A real solution and real relief. Ask your eye care professional, is it dry eye or MGD? Ask if you're a candidate for LipiFlow. Ask us about LipiFlow and MGD today.